Welcome to Idle Minds. It's been a while since we last uploaded a video. As you may have guessed, I am also a work-from-home freelancer, and over the past months, I've been very busy with client demands. Before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on this video. I am trying to monetize this channel so we can continue to produce informative videos like this, with the sole purpose of helping first-time freelancers get noticed by clients. Shall we begin? If you have wondered what it takes to be a freelancer, you've come to the right place. A freelance career can be a fulfilling and lucrative experience if you are willing to take on critical challenges. But before you can start taking on projects and clients, you must think about how you will do so. As a freelancer, you'll work independently, which means you're responsible for everything from setting up your freelancing business, creating your sales and marketing program, finding new clients, closing deals, and maintaining a positive business relationship with your clients. To be successful, you'll have to put some time into writing an attractive profile, building your portfolio, and self-marketing, which can be time-consuming. But the payoff will be significant. Think about it. Being a freelancer gives you the freedom to build your business on your terms. You can choose the projects you accept, dictate the price of your services, and when or where you work. You could turn your freelance business into a full-time gig with the right strategy. In this video, I will describe 7 things you must consider before starting your freelancer journey. Let's dive in. First, identify the skill or skills you want to market. Contrary to common practice, the first step to becoming a freelancer is not registering on any platform, such as Upwork, Fiverr, or Guru. The first step is to figure out what skill or skills you want to sell as a freelancer. Figuring out what skill to sell means asking yourself what you're good at. Is it drawing? Data analytics? Customer service? Writing? Selling? Social media management? Web design? And many other skills that you could have mastered because of experience? Remember that it's not enough to pick a skill. To succeed in freelancing, you must become an expert in the skills you have chosen to provide service. This might sound discouraging, but you need to hear it. If you have an Upwork account but are not an expert in the skill you are trying to sell, you are wasting your time, and if a client hires you, you are wasting their time and money because you have no idea what you are doing. As a freelancer, faking it till you make it is a dangerous prospect. Remember, freelancing websites like Upwork have a rating and review section. If you perform unsatisfactorily, the client will leave you a low rating and a negative review and warn others not to hire you, which will hurt your chances of getting future projects. What I'm saying here is that if you want to be a freelancer, you need to be the master of the skill you have chosen. The thing about skills is that you can learn them. If you have any skill or talent, you can develop it. There are many resources you can tap to learn a skill. There's YouTube, free or paid training, and webinars. Then there are also your friends or former colleague who can teach you the basics. But that's just the learning part. The other part is the mastery of the skill. Mastery takes practice and experience. If you want to gain experience, you can ask for help from your freelancer friends to give you tasks, even if it's for free. Or you can join social media groups and be on the lookout for possible clients. You can offer them your services for a low cost in exchange for training and experience. You might find someone willing to give you the exposure you need. By the way, this is something you should never do on freelancing sites. For example, Upwork takes a percentage from your earnings, so offering your services at a low rate is not advisable. Also, you cannot provide free services as this is impossible. There are various ways to improve your skills, from workshops and courses online, to mentorships and side gigs, to joining groups and following pages on social media sites, to just plain old reading and learning more about the niche you are interested in. What if you are multi-skilled? If you are multi-skilled, you must decide which skill you are very good at. Clients are often turned off when you display several unrelated skills in your profile. Here is an example. JavaScript/social media marketing/customer support. While it's true that you may be an expert on these 3, to a client, you are trying to be everything all at once.
clients tend to compartmentalize the problems in their business.
As a result, they tend to look for freelancers with the specific skill to solve a problem in that area of their business. Choosing one skill will allow you to focus all your time, money, and effort in that area and help you grow and effectively market yourself.
The second consideration if you want to be a freelancer is to check the level of competition in your chosen skill.
After deciding on a skill, you must determine whether there is a high need for it. Take data entry, virtual assistants, and social media management as examples.
These three skills are in demand. As such, they become the entry point for many first-time freelancers. Many believe these skills are easy to do, that's why it's their first choice when going into freelancing.
Here is the issue, because many believe that data entry, virtual assistants, and social media management are simple to do and in demand, the niche is oversaturated with freelancers. The competition is so fierce that, if you're new, getting noticed is nearly impossible. To attract at least one client, you must work hard, promote yourself, not charge too much, and wait for months or even years for an opportunity. Most freelancers worldwide face the problem of not getting clients because they do not conduct preliminary research on market demand, competition, and typical pricing in their niche. So, before you get into freelancing, ask yourself this question: how many of us are doing this? You'll probably have better luck if there are only a handful of experts in your chosen skill. However, if thousands of you are in that niche, and they are charging the same rates as you, it may be time to consider learning and mastering another skill. Let's assume for a moment that you are an expert in data entry, virtual assistants, or social media management. You've had years of experience, but because you lost your job, you are considering the world of freelancing. How do you present yourself, your experience, and your expertise? How do you stand out? On Upwork, for example, one way to get noticed if you are new is to ensure that your profile is optimized. Optimize your Upwork profile. You typically hear this phrase thrown around in Upwork Facebook groups, but what does it mean? A fully optimized profile means your profile is 100% complete. From the photo to the job title, description, skill tags, rate, job history, portfolio, and a few others. Also, the title and description are strategically written to position yourself as the solution to a problem in the business so that 1. It shows focus and mastery of the skill you are selling, 2. Help you show up in the client's search result, and 3. Lead the client to read your profile and convince them to send you an invitation. The topic of profile optimization is long in itself, but to get you started, visit IdleMind's YouTube channel and watch my video tutorial on optimizing your Upwork profile. The link to the video is in the description. Are you running out of connects, but all your proposals keep getting ignored? If this is something you've experienced on Upwork, then watch this video till the end. Here is something most first-time freelancers do not know. Upwork, Fiverr, Guru, and other freelance websites use search engine algorithms that, among other things, help you find a job and for your clients to see you. This is where keywords and search phrases play a tremendous role in helping a freelancer get noticed. Whatever your skill is, it would help you greatly if you take advantage of Upwork's skill section by populating it with relevant keywords. Here is an example of skill tags for a content writer, editor, and proofreader. It would also help you get noticed if you strategically add these keywords to your job title and profile description. The most important thing to remember is to include words or phrases in your profile that clients type in the search bar. So, before writing your profile description, research what keywords clients commonly use, then strategically include them in your profile description. Including relevant search phrases or words in your profile will increase your possibility of showing up in a client's search result. If you want to learn more about Upwork profile optimization, go to YouTube and search for it. Several videos from top-rated sellers can teach you how to optimize your Upwork profile. Here is the third consideration if you want to be a freelancer: understand client expectations. Freelancing is a business, not employment. You are a service provider a client agrees to pay to solve a problem in their business that they have no time or skill to do. As such, your client expects you to 1. Be the expert that you advertised yourself to be, 2. Work fast, 3. Communicate effectively with them, 4. Provide quality work, and 5. Be reasonably priced.
Remember that you're competing against other people for this project. Being selected means convincing the client that you are the expert they have been looking for. Being a first-timer is not an excuse. Although you may be a first-time freelancer, you are supposed to be an expert in a particular skill. So, even with your eyes closed, you can solve the problem the client expects you to work on. The fourth consideration is to get out there and promote yourself. Freelancing is the ultimate hustle, so if you don't hustle, you won't succeed. It's not enough to create a profile, sit there and wait for clients to come flooding in. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. As such, you need to market yourself actively. There are several ways to do this. Set up an account with various freelancing platforms. Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, and Guru are the most popular freelancing websites. You can create an account in one or all. It's entirely up to you. Set up a Facebook page and use paid advertising to promote your services. Join and be active in Facebook groups and keep an eye on clients looking for freelancers with your skill. Actively reaching out to prospective clients, cold calling, and email is the most effective way to do this. Even in your neighborhood, there are businesses. You can meet with clients in person, send them emails or letters, or introduce yourself and the services you provide. Use your existing network of freelancers, former colleagues, family, and friends to get a potential client. For any first-time freelancer, the first client is the most challenging process. The secret is to market yourself and put yourself out there actively. The more people know about your services, the more you have a chance to find your first client faster. While we are on client expectations, let's talk about Upwork cover letters. I included this section because I can't help but notice how first-time freelancers expect to get hired based on a cover letter. That's not how Upwork works. You may want to think about your cover letter as your foot in the door. However, many Upworkers fail this simple task because of poorly written cover letters, wrong mindset, and wrong expectations. The purpose of a cover letter is simple. 1. To get you noticed by the client. And 2. To get them to invite you to discuss the project. As such, your cover letter has to be short enough for a less than a minute reading, but long enough to attract the client's attention and present yourself as a viable solution to their problem. If you want to succeed as a freelancer, letter writing is something you need to get good at. Here are some tips on how to write a better cover letter. Read the job description in full. There might be instructions that you need to include in the letter. A typical example is when a client asks you to add a word to a specific part of your cover letter to indicate that you read the job ad entirely. Also, it's an excellent strategy to insert a few words or phrases you lifted from the job ad into your cover letter. Always customize your letter. Use the client's name if it's displayed in the job ad or the review and rating section. Keep it short and direct to the point. Remember, clients are busy with their business and have no time to read long-winded letters. Your first 2 sentences are crucial as they will determine if the client will continue reading or not. So, ensure that it's attention-grabbing. One way to do this is to talk about the client's problem. Doing so can position yourself as the solution to the problem. Use correct grammar and punctuation. Never forget to proofread before you hit send. If you are not confident with your grammar, use a software like Grammarly, Quillbot, or Pro Writing Aid to check for errors. I recommend using Microsoft Word's Read Aloud feature to listen to your writing. Listening to it helps you identify potential errors, redundancies, etc. Don't forget to add a call to action towards the end. Remember, the whole point of your letter is for the client to invite you to discuss the project, so a solid, "book a call with me today," is imperative in every cover letter. The fifth consideration when going into freelancing is to demonstrate value. A freelancer must show their clients they are valuable by demonstrating value to them. The only way to demonstrate this is by being consistent in your output and providing quality work. Your client can feel comfortable with you because you are trustworthy, consistent, and reliable. You will know if you are demonstrating value because clients come back to rehire you, increase your rate, and offer incentives, and they will often leave you a 5-star rating, along with positive comments. They might even recommend you to others. Demonstrating value is much more than just your output. It is also about your investment in your business. This may be training, certification, home office setup, new software and technology, and a few other improvements that will improve the quality or expand the service you offer to clients. Talking about investments, starting as a freelancer will require you to invest in a few things. These are necessary to help you provide the service you want to sell on freelancing platforms. Here is a quick list of essential tools for freelancers. A laptop or desktop computer with at least 1 terabyte hard drive, 8 gigabytes of RAM, Core i5 or equivalent CPU, and a mouse and keyboard. This setup will be good for your typical office work, but if you are into video editing, you will have to invest in a more powerful PC. A stable fiber internet connection with at least 25 megabits per second download speed. A backup power source, example, a generator. An area in your house where you can work in relative peace. A desk, an ergonomic office chair, and some lighting. And the most important of all, a coffee maker. Can you work with just your smartphone and mobile data? Sure you can, but these jobs are very few and far between, and you'd be limiting yourself greatly if you only had a smartphone with you. You're lucky if you can find a job that only requires a phone and mobile data. Most clients will need you to have a basic work-from-home setup to be efficient. The sixth consideration in freelancing is to aim for a 5-star rating consistently. Most freelancing platforms like Upwork and Fiverr allow freelancers to rate clients and leave comments. Clients can also leave feedback on the freelancer's performance, communication, and output quality. Client rating is crucial to your career as a freelancer. A poor rating, lower than 4 stars, will hurt your profile, while a consistent rating of 4 and 5 will help you land more gigs. As you continue to develop your freelancing career, these ratings will help you find new work and earn more money. When you are new to freelancing, farming 5-star ratings is a priority. Potential clients use the rating system to judge your reliability, quality of output, delivery consistency, and quality and frequency of communication. This makes client rating the most potent tool for improving your freelancing career. Besides the quality of work, communication, and reliability, one way to ensure that you get a 5-star rating is to use customer service principles when handling your client. This means providing timely updates on job status, promptly responding to emails and messages, and delivering high-quality results. Freelancers with a reputation for working efficiently, communicating well, and providing excellent customer service are more likely to be reviewed with 5-star ratings. Finally, do not hesitate to ask for client feedback on your work. Let me clarify that. Asking for feedback on the quality of your work is very different from shamelessly asking the client for a 5-star rating. Doing the latter will get you banned on Upwork. Going back. Ask your client for feedback on the quality of your work. I recommend doing this twice, once in the middle of your project and another before the project ends. Your goal here is to allow the client to express themselves, especially if there are indications that your client is not happy with your output or performance. This will enable you to address the issue and turn it around instead of waiting for the client to vent out in the rating and feedback section. The seventh thing to think about when freelancing is to keep in mind that your profile is your online store. A freelancer's profile isn't just a profile. It's the virtual store of your services. It's a way to represent your reliability, commitment to service, your brand, and the quality of your work. Building a profile takes time, but you must never forget the value of your reputation. You should respect and protect it at all costs. Despite the investment in time, money, effort, and technology, first-time freelancers often feel the desperation of not having clients for months. Consequently, they are forced to accept a job to have an income. Even if it's unrelated to their skill, they still apply to any job that interests them. Getting a project out of desperation is a dangerous thing to do. As mentioned above, any rating lower than 4 on Upwork will hit your job success score, and if you get a bad review from a dissatisfied client, it will take months before you can recover from it. As a rule of thumb, I always advise first-time freelancers to take a wait-and-see approach before accepting a job. Because if you put in enough effort and are patient enough, the right project always comes along. Only get the projects you know you can do excellently and result in a positive review and 5-star rating. This is where your first meeting with the client is crucial. In the first meeting, the client evaluates you and your expertise. They need to be convinced that you are the freelancer who can solve their business problem. It would be best if you also evaluated the client. How many freelancers have they hired? How much did they spend on previous projects? What were the rating and reviews given to them by previous freelancers? On the project itself, you need to know if it's within your skill set. You need to see if it's something you're confident in doing and can get a 5-star review. If you are the right person for the project, you can talk to the client about the expectations, the hours of work, the rate, and other issues that concern the work. If you feel like this task is not within your scope or that you will not be able to give the expected output, and it has the potential to ruin your reputation, don't hesitate to reject it. Your reputation is the most important thing to remember when you're a freelancer. It doesn't make sense to sacrifice it for a small amount of money. Finally, you need to be wary of scammer clients. Working for a scammer client will immediately get you banned on Upwork. There are telltale signs that your client is a scammer. Upwork has strict rules against bringing conversations outside of the platform. So, if a client replies to your proposal and immediately tells you to contact them via email or a chat app like Telegram or WhatsApp, then you may be scammed. Also, double-check the specifics in the job ad and the client information before sending a proposal. Take a look at the following information. Client rating. How many jobs they have posted. How much have they spent? How long have they been a member of Upwork for? You can also visit the client's recent history and jobs in progress. And the feedback section. A scammer profile is usually unverified. They always get reported by freelancers, or Upwork catches them early on, and their profile gets deleted immediately. Scammers pay freelancers to create more email addresses and Upwork profiles, so you would notice that their join date is recent, they have zero money spent, and they have no review or activity in their profile whatsoever. Another sign that the job ad is a scam is to look at the details. Scammers often display ridiculous amounts for simple tasks like retyping words from a PDF or image. Finally, although all clients do not do this, most legitimate clients will spend time writing detailed job ads. Job ads from scammers are relatively short, simple, and vague. Scam job ads are a waste of time, more importantly, they are a complete waste of your connects. As they say, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So, analyze a job ad before you submit a proposal. If you think it's a scam job, don't hesitate to report it to Upwork so they can take it down. Let's face it, freelancing is a great way to make money, but it isn't for everyone. You have to be confident that you can do the job well and that you'll have enough clients to make a good living off freelancing. Otherwise, freelancing might not be for you. Nothing can stop you if you're interested in learning an in-demand skill, mastering it, and offering it as a service on freelancing websites. We live in a time when learning and information are right at our fingertips, so there is no reason for anyone not to become a freelancer and succeed. That's it for today's video on 7 things to know before freelancing. If you learned something today, don't hesitate to subscribe and show this video to your friends. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your freelancing endeavor.